Ragnarok Season 2 still a hit? Find out in this episode. Jump! It's Ragnarok Season 2. We get 2 fights in this. Ragnarok is the gods versus man, basically like that. I know the first season had controversy because I know it's a very popular manga. It is a very, very, very popular manga. The controversy came from the Adam versus Zeus fight, which I think arguably, although the fight so far is the best fight, at least in the manga. But like season 2, but we're not here talking about the manga. We're talking about season 2. There will be spoilers and everything like that. So if you have not seen it, go watch it on Netflix. It's only like 8 episodes, I think, 8 or 10 episodes.
10.
And it'll be a wonderful watch if you like battle and stuff like that. The fights, though. Oh wait, I am Shin the Hero. Definitely need to tell you guys that, and that is Flores Blue Noah. And fights, we have Jack the Ripper versus Hercules, and I think what is this, round 4?
Yeah, this is round 4.
4 they're in, and then the fight we get is Raiden versus
Shiva,
Hindu god. And say this up front, the longest fight so far has been Jack the Ripper versus Hercules. I'm not gonna lie, Noah, I wanted Hercules to win so bad.
I'm not going to listen. I'm not
to
going.
win.
I was the
So
opposite.
bad.
I wanted Jack the Ripper to win.
I wanted my man Hercules to win.
I wanted
so bad.
Jack to win.
I also was so mad about this entire fight because my man Hercules was a human and everything like that, and he kept going on about the humans. I was like, why don't Hercules just fight for them? Why didn't the Valkyries just like convince Hercules to be on their side? If he was already against the gods about eradicating man and everything like that, Hercules even said, it's like, once I'm done with this fight, I'm fighting to try to convince the gods to not kill everybody, could do the eradication and everything like that. I was like, why you just didn't fight for the humans? Why did he have to fight Jack the Ripper?
That is a good point. I didn't think about that. I didn't think about
Like
that.
that whole fight shouldn't have happened, in all honesty. It shouldn't have happened. And I hated the fact they was trying to give me sympathy for this nigga Jack the Ripper. I didn't care about your mama.
Dang, man.
I didn't care about you can see colors. I didn't care. I wanted this nigga to die. And it was basically they basically pinned it up like it was brain versus brawn. And I'm like, Hercules not dumb. Like and he kept lying and shit. It was like, I was just like, man, I forgot how much the fight drove out. To me, it was just a very long fight, and it could have been over a while back. And I'm just like, dog, why didn't Hercules win? And it's one of those things you can tell. You knew Hercules couldn't have won.
You think so?
Yeah, like the reason behind that was because of the humans got one already. I think at round 4, since this was being round 4, the gods already had it was like 2-1 at that point.
Yeah, it's 2-1. Yeah.
Hercules couldn't have won. There was no way to win because if the gods won that one, it's 3. Once they win 3, it's done. Whatever side it is, yeah. Whatever side wins 3 is done. If they were going to, that's the reason why the third round.
I don't remember the rules. What was the rules like? How many wins?
It's basically, that's why it's a weird It's an odd number. That's the reason why it's an odd number. It's basically the first person with 3 wins over the 3 wins. It's almost like, you know how when you play basketball, like we deuce, win by 2.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
They gotta win by 3.
Oh,
if they were,
okay.
And that's the reason why Zeus keeps saying like it was supposed to be like a sweep. If they would have won the third, that's the reason why the third round was so important. If they would have won the third round, the show would have been done. And you know they have to keep the humans it's got to keep going back and forth. Like
yeah, okay.
And I personally just was like, man, why didn't Hercules just fight with it? Like it would have made it's the way the Arthur was pegging Hercules. It would have made way more, especially with what happens with Buddha towards the end of the second season. Same thing that happens with Buddha. Hercules could have did that. So I'm just like, my biggest thing is I just don't like Jack the Ripper as a character in general. That's just me. I liked Hercules. I was rooting for my man Hercules. I was just like, why does Hercules have to lose like that? And he went out like a chump, man.
He didn't go out like a chump. Yo, no, he didn't. Man. I'm the opposite of Walter. I enjoyed. I'm not. Before I say this, I'm not saying I support Jack the Ripper, the serial killer. I'm just talking about this show, Vectors of Ragnarok. This portrayal of Jack the Ripper was dope to me. I enjoyed I enjoyed the design, the way he looked. I enjoyed his backstory. I enjoyed it was probably the voice actor for me, because I think he did a great job as Jack the Ripper.
You watched this in dub?
Yep, 100% dubbed it. I enjoyed it. Walter didn't like this fight. This was my favorite fight of both seasons so far.
Really? This was your favorite fight?
It was. Enjoyed that Sir Arthur Conan Doyle popped up.
Yeah,
in
like,
the audience.
yeah.
Shakespeare showed up for Jack.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it, man. It was entertaining for me.
Man, it's just, I just wish it wasn't Jack the Ripper. That was my thing. That's my biggest thing. Like, I wish he used. I know it's a Japanese person writing this and everything like that, and they're using a lot of Japanese figures, and there's some figures here and there, and you see them also in the crowd. I just wished he used different humans to represent the humans, like popular humans in lore and everything like that.
Yeah, me too. I wish he used more famous. Even though Hercules, Jack the Ripper, they're big. We know about them.
Yeah, and my biggest, it's maybe just because it's Jack the Ripper in general. I just hate Jack the Ripper, especially when he shows up in media and everything. Like when he showed up in Soul Eater, and I was like, oh snap, they killed that nigga. No, he gotta wait. That man gotta wait. But like, it's just for that aspect, they could have used Lupin, and been just as good. He's just as a popular London thief. He just wasn't a serial killer or whatever. He's just as popular as Jack the Ripper. But like, I don't know. I did laugh though when the fight started and Jack was like, bye, and just ran away. He ran. And then when Hercules hit that corner, Jack just sipping tea like it's tea time, my brother. It's tea time.
Tea time. Yeah, I liked it, man. I understand, but
it just felt like the fight was drug out, in all honesty. And I didn't like how the labors were, and that's the other thing. Like, Hercules was in a losing situation in general, because the more times he used the labors, his power, it was killing him anyway. So I was like, if Jack don't kill him, he gonna die himself. Yeah. So like, it don't matter. It's just
I enjoyed it though, man.
He could have fought somebody else. That's my other thing. He could have fought somebody else, and Hercules could have fought for the humans. That's just that's the thing.
That really bugs me. Yeah, this is probably one of my favorite. Not famous. This is probably one of my favorite Jack the Ripper representations.
Really?
Yeah, because I hated when Batman did it. I hated that Jack the Ripper so much. I wanted Batman to kill him dead. When it was Batman versus Jack the Ripper, I was like, oh my god, Batman, please.
That was in Batman Gaslight, wasn't it?
Yeah, I hated that. I enjoyed this Jack the Ripper. I liked his monocle clockwork glass thing. I just like the design. I really thought it was dope. But like I said, it was the voice actor for me that really did it. And I enjoyed the fight. I really thought it was dope because it was like brain versus brawn. Jack the Ripper's like, yo, I gotta think the way to beat him. I just can't. Because if I just use straight up fight him, I'm gonna lose. Yeah. It was dope, man. I did not like the ending when like the crowd turned on Jack the Ripper.
Yeah.
But I was like, if Jack didn't win, you people are dead. It was stupid to me. I was like, what are you guys doing?
I mean, because it also was making it seem like the crowd was being won over by Jack too, and then they kind of just turned on them towards the end.
Yeah, I didn't like that part at all.
Yeah.
I understand he's a serial killer and stuff like that, but he's representing the humans. He's fighting, risking his life for the humans. If I was in that situation, go Jack, because I don't want to die. You know what I mean? I have a family. I don't want them to die. Go Jack the Ripper. I enjoyed Hercules too, though. I enjoyed Hercules' character. His backstory was dope too. I enjoyed this whole thing.
I also feel like they heard the gripes of the fans and everything like that, because there wasn't that many like slideshow fights.
Yeah.
So like,
probably why it took him so long too.
Yeah. There's that too. And then we get introduced to Buddha and his candy addiction.
Yeah. After the fight. Yeah.
And then we also see I'm going to probably butcher the name. It's like Shimigami Tensei or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
The police force back on in for instance in Rurouni Kenshin, what Saito is. We see the shorter guy, because he's supposed to be fighting. We see him. He's another samurai who was popular back in that time.
I hope he doesn't fight. I really didn't like. I was like, man,
he
more
hasn't
samurais.
He hasn't fought in the manga yet. Like I said.
I hope he doesn't at all. I just hope he's there. Maybe he'll fight. I don't want to see another samurai fight, because we already did see that. That's just me.
I get that, dude. And then after that, and then they run into the gods of fortune. How are you feeling about that whole altercation right there? Because like the humans started to roll up too, because the other samurai guy rolled up with them too, and they were about to. I guess they was about to fight until Zeus showed up.
Here's my whole thing. I don't know how they was gonna win. Buddha can fight. I don't know how the other ones was gonna fight. They didn't have the Valkyries on their side to be evenly matched with gods. I was like, yo, they're about to get drugged.
They did not.
That's why I was like, yeah, Buddha can give them some powers real quick. But other than that, they're gonna lose.
My thing is, the gods of luck and wealth, they paint them as weaker gods, even though they're gods. And I'm trying to flirt around this because I've read the manga. I'm current with the manga, because right now the manga fight that's going on right now is Tesla versus Beelzebub. And I know about the gods, the gods of fortune, and just say I'm trying to flirt around this because I don't want to spoil it for you. So I just know they're weaker. I wouldn't say they're lesser gods, but they are weaker gods. And I don't know nothing about even the other samurai dude. I don't know really anything about them to really say if they were, but I know Saito from Rurouni Kenshin is based off that short guy.
Oh, okay. Oh, I did not know that. Wow.
Yeah.
I just hope he doesn't fight. That's just. I was like, yo,
Why
they're
you
about
don't want
get
him to
drugged.
fight? Why you don't want?
I just don't want to see another samurai. I want to see something else. That's all.
Yeah, like I said, I'm there with you. Like they could have, because you. I don't know if you've seen the list yet.
I haven't.
But you know the humans, and I don't know what.
We do?
Yeah, you know all 13 humans, but you don't kind of know all 13 gods that's gonna fight. If memory serves correctly. Actually,
I didn't know
I
that.
can pull it up.
You gonna spoil it for the people?
Look it up. Well, I'm not gonna. The humans that's left. There should have been a list. For the humans that's left to fight. So, like, the humans left to fight, you got King Leonidas, Rasputin,
Not Rasputin.
yeah, Nostradamus,
Who?
Nostradamus, Mitchell or Michael Nostradamus. You don't remember that? The prophet guy, the dude who could,
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
he was the dude who was predicting shit. You got him, and then there's 3 other Japanese people. There's the best sniper. He was a Japanese sniper. He killed.
Sniper. Yeah.
It was during the Winter War. It's like Somahama or something like that. And then we got the other samurai, and then there's one more guy who I have no idea who he is or what he's from. He looked like a fisherman, but I don't know who he is or where he's from. And
I hope they change it. I hope it's fake. I really do.
And then, I mean, they might change it. And then the gods left. Loki is supposed to fight
I hope Loki dies.
Apollo, Susano, Anubis, and Odin are left to fight. And like I said, I was hoping, like, one of my biggest gripes is, like, the people he picked for characters who fight represent humans. Like, I was thinking he should, like, have, like, I don't know, like, Joan of Arc or Mulan. Because Mulan, they're all, like, real people. Like,
yeah, but just more famous, more people.
I was thinking Shakespeare could have fought. Shakespeare,
that would have been because he chose most popular gods, but not the most popular humans. You know what I mean?
I know it's Black History Month and everything like that, but like we weren't gonna get Martin Luther King, but we could have got Malcolm X. I know Malcolm X.
He could have got Muhammad Ali.
Yeah, he could have got Ali. He definitely could. Ali fought Superman, guys.
Yeah, he could have got Bruce Lee. You know, so the world knows.
There's only one Chinese person, and he's like the first like king of the. He's the one that created the dynasties and everything like that. I forget which dynasty he is, but like he's going to fight after Buddha. That guy, he fights after Buddha.
Because like even the other humans that already fought, the first samurai, I don't even remember his name.
I don't know either. I just know he beat Poseidon. That's it.
Yeah. And then people won't even know who, like Lu Bu. I only know Lu Bu because I played Dynasty
Wars.
Yeah. Only reason why I know he exists. Okay.
Yeah.
But for like the other people that just watch anime and stuff, they don't know who Lu Bu is.
Only reason why I know who Lu Bu is, I knew who Lu Bu is. And I know in Dynasty Warriors, you're supposed to stay away from Lu Bu. That's all I know.
Yeah, I remember that. Yo, if Lu Bu shows up, yo, dog, don't fight Lu Bu.
Yeah, don't fight him. Run.
Only reason, but everything else, Jack the Ripper, for real, is the most famous person.
And Adam, I would say.
Adam, yeah. But I didn't even, it shocked me when he started. I was like, Adam, really? Okay. But Jack the Ripper, and that's it, man.
So how did you like the Raiden? Because Raiden is the strongest sumo guy in history, in Japanese history, and we got Shiva. How did you like that? How'd you like? Do you like the backstories that be going on?
Yeah, I enjoy the backstory. It gives more meaning to the fight, for real, for me. More than I liked it, Jack the Ripper and Hercules, but it was a good fight. I enjoyed it. I didn't really care about this one who won.
Mm-hmm.
I knew
Shiva. Did you feel like you knew who was gonna win?
Yeah, I had a feeling Shiva was gonna win.
Okay.
I just had that feeling. I was like, I think she was gonna win this. Their fight was okay to me. I didn't think it was like an amazing fight. The backstories really did it for me. Because at first I didn't like Raiden at all. I was like, yo man, this man speaking with women inside. The backstory made me like him a little. I didn't hate him.
Yeah, I did.
And Shiva was cool. Like Shiva was cool. His backstory was alright. It didn't really do nothing for me. I didn't dislike Shiva though.
Was a lot better. I feel like it is a lot better. But I also would say it's weaker. Like, because the animation is way better now in season 2 and everything like that. But I would say these first 2 fights in season 2, they were weaker. They wasn't as hyped as the first 3 fights in the first one. In the first season. But like you can tell they were fixing stuff in season 2.
Yeah. See, I liked it season 2 better than 1. Because I didn't like the samurai versus Poseidon in the first season. I didn't like that. I felt like that fight took 12 episodes. Even though I don't think season 1 was 12 episodes or nothing. I was like, this sucks. I hate this fight. That's just me though. And then the Lubu versus Thor? Thor. That fight was dope. I didn't really care for Adam versus Zeus either. That fight didn't do nothing for me.
That was hype.
I didn't really. They just kept punching each other. I was like,
the first man versus the god of gods? Come on, man.
I think Adam should have won. That's just me, dog.
Yeah, I mean, Adam was broke. Adam was ridiculously broke. But overall, I would say, and then we get Buddha finna come in and fight, and then he just, haha, F y'all niggas. I'm fighting for the humans.
Humans, yeah. I love Buddha's design. He got a dope design. Yeah, just the way he looks is amazing.
He does look cool. And there's gonna be shenanigans that happen with this fight too, because like I said, it's like a 2-parter fight. I think season 3, they might finish the Buddha fight, and they might finish the next fight after Buddha fight, and that probably be the end. And they tease the Tesla Beelzebub fight, because I don't think that's gonna be done by the time season 3 come out.
And I said they may have to slow down the anime, dog, because they catching up.
Yeah, I mean, the manga is just fighting. That's it. It's a battle manga. That's what it is.
I know, but we're like 2 fights away from the fight they're on now.
Yeah, but like the Buddha fight is pretty. If they wanted to, they can stretch the Buddha fight as the 3rd season. If they wanted to.
I hope they don't.
Because the Buddha fight is like almost the 2nd longest fight, and it's technically the longest fight because of the shenanigans that happen during the Buddha fight. That's how I feel. But it's the 2nd longest fight, and you saw how long the Hercules and that fight was, and how many episodes. That was almost like 5 or 6 episodes.
The fight ended at like 4 episodes, and then that's when we see Jack walk off in episode 5.
Yeah, like it lasted a hot minute. They can do that with the Buddha thing. Like the Buddha fight could last about 5 episodes, because there's a lot that goes on in that fight.
The manga don't update week to week.
No, it does not. I think it's
what kind of manga is this?
I think it's like a month type.
A month?
I know it was on hiatus at one point.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know.
Maybe he's redoing it because he don't like the humor. It sucks.
I don't know. He might. I don't like I said. I don't know. Anything could happen. Anything could happen. But tell us down in the comments below what you thought about Records of Ragnarok season 2. No, what were you giving Records of Ragnarok season 2? And do you think the anti-tubers are right about this show? If you like the anti-tubers will normally just be bashing on this show, Records of Ragnarok in general, because of the animation and all this stuff. Then people be like, we'll read the manga and all that jazz. Do you think this is a worthy anime that people should watch, no matter what the critics, quote unquote, say?
Yeah, I think so. The critics are wrong. It's enjoyable to watch. It was actually made the top 10 when it first released on Netflix. It did. So people are liking it. People are watching it. Don't. It's not a bad anime. I've seen some bad animes. This is not one. I have a list of bad animes. This is not one. They're wrong. People should enjoy it. They did it, and then they fixed what was wrong with season 1, quote unquote. What was wrong with season 1? Even though it didn't bother me whatsoever. I didn't get it. But
what are you giving this out of 5?
Out of 5, I'm gonna give it a 5 because Jack the Ripper won.
I got it. I give it a 3. Honestly,
really?
Yeah, I like the first season more than the second season, but you could tell the improvements of the second season. It's just the fights that happened in there. They weren't as hype and like they were, at least to me, in the first season. And I was more interested in seeing the Buddha fight because I know that fight is gonna be hype. Seeing Buddha fight and everything like that, because Buddha is strong. Buddha is up there. Like Buddha is up there. Like with Zeus and everything like that. Buddha's up there. It's like I would say it's like Buddha, Zeus, Odin would probably be the 3 strongest. Somebody probably would disagree with me down in the comments down below, but like I think those are the 3 strongest. On the God side, unless they use Jesus.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how come they can't use Jesus, man? Where Jesus at?
You know, we ain't gonna use no Jesus. We can't use
Jesus. Man. They can use Buddha. They can use Jesus. Yeah. Jesus. If they use Jesus, his engine's gotta be rising from the dirt. He's already on the battles. Just rise up, dog. They gotta use Jesus, man.
What is Jesus gonna be? Is Jesus gonna be a god or Jesus gonna be human? Cause like he was technically a human.
Ooh, he's gonna be a human, man. He's like, yo, we're gonna use Jesus, and Jesus rides up, man. That'll be dope.
I think like there's certain
and he uses the cross as a weapon, like Wolfwood, man.
Oh man, they did that in that one God's fighting game.
Oh no, and we're done. We're not talking about that.
All right. This has been Toonium, the new element animation. We will catch y'all in the next video. Toonium. Out.